This is just a video to show the setup for using the brine mixing cart. So you can see here I've got brine mixing right now, just gradually adding it in and mixing it. I've got this closed off because I don't want any going into the tanks at the moment. Opening this and closing this will redirect the flow from looping through here to feeding into there. If I was to open this with the pump off, that would fill the barrel up. I'll maybe show that later. You can see this just connects here to the suction side of the brine lines using this quick connect fitting. There's a couple pins you pull out to disconnect that. And so you can see right now I've got this one open. That's because what I did is I hooked this up and I hooked that up, and then I opened this and let the line fill to push the air out so that the gravity feed from the tank up there just allowed the air to be removed from the hose, pushing the air out. And once I could see brine filling up in the tank, then I knew that the brine had run through, filled the pump chamber up, filled everything up, and then I closed it off in order to isolate it. And now I can just use this valve to control the flow of brine to and from the tank up top. Whenever you're mixing brine, it's a good idea to have everything set up well so that you're able to keep everything nice and clean. The dust from this is really not good for electronic equipment in there. So that's why I've set it up as close as I can to the door. I could probably even actually have set it up out here. That way it's nice and close to the tap for the water. And when I'm pouring it in there, I'm careful to pour it really slowly and trying to minimize the dust. Because if it gets into the electronics, it's really not good for them. So here I've got a couple pails filled with water just so that I can rinse my tools in there. Anything that gets brine on it, you want to clean it off right away, wipe it down afterwards, try and keep it as clean as possible. And yeah, that gives you a general idea on the setup. This line here is just purely to clean the tank out when all finished. So that'll stay closed once everything's completely done. It's just to wash the tank out, and it's really important to wash everything, wipe everything down really well, because the brine is just going to cause things to get corroded, and you want to avoid that as much as possible. Alright, that's it.